and welcome to Cupcake Addiction's best ever cream cheese frosting tutorial, where I'll be showing you a recipe and tutorial for making the most delicious and perfectly pipeful cream cheese frosting that you will have ever tasted. Tools and equipment that we will be using today: I've got an electric mixer with the whisk attachments on. I've got my trusty spatula. I've got 5 cups or 40 ounces of icing sugar, otherwise known as confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar. Now, I will mention with this icing sugar, I did measure it out unsifted, so the unsifted weight or the unsifted amount is 5 cups, and then I sifted it. Once sifted, it does come to about 6.5 cups, so make sure that you are getting that unsifted weight. I've got a tablespoon of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of milk. In my bowl over here, I've got 125 grams or 4.5 ounces of softened butter, so just room temperature butter. Doesn't matter if that's salted or unsalted. I've got 125 grams or 4.5 ounces of cream cheese. Now, cream cheese is usually kept in the fridge, so I've popped mine in the microwave for about 45 seconds just to soften it down so that it's room temperature as well. I've also got a spoon over here. To start off with today, we are going to mix our butter and cream cheese together with that lemon juice. Now, this frosting, the texture of it and the consistency is all about the way you mix it. So we're going to start by mixing this on a high speed for 5 minutes, absolute minimum of 5 minutes, and you'll see why once we get through the mixing phase. So firstly, we're going to add that lemon juice. Now, we add lemon juice because it just provides a little bit of a tart flavour and it takes out some of the sweetness of buttercream frosting. Now, at this point, I do just want to show you, I've been scraping down the sides of the bowl with my spatula, and you can see here some of the darker yellow butter. That's the colour that we started out with. This is our beautifully whipped butter and cream cheese mixture. So you want to avoid this yellow colour, and when you know it's done, it'll actually be this lovely light white colour. So that's looking beautiful. Now you should have something that looks like this. So what you've got is a whipped butter and cream cheese mixture, and it's really nice and white, as I mentioned, really nice and fluffy. That's going to form the base of our frosting. Now from here, I'm going to take this icing sugar or powdered sugar, and I'm just going to start tipping it into the bowl. So I don't want to put the whole lot in. I'm just going to put in probably about a third. Then I'm going to start that mixer on a low speed, starting it on a low speed so I don't end up with too much of a dust storm. And I'm going to gradually add in the other 2/3 of that bowl as I'm mixing. Now you'll see here as I'm mixing, it's actually starting to get just a little bit too dry. So that's what our extra 2 teaspoons of milk are for. Just judge your frosting. If it is looking like it's wet enough and it's going along nicely, you don't necessarily need to add that 2 teaspoons of milk. But I'm going to turn that mixer back on. I'm just going to add in those 2 teaspoons of milk because I just feel like this frosting needs a little bit more moisture. Now we'll turn that speed right up to high. And we're going to let that go for another 5 minutes. Okay, so there you have your completed beautiful cream cheese frosting. Now just have a look at the consistency of that. You'll see there it's a really nice spoonable, pipeable consistency. You can run your fingers through it quite easily, holds itself quite nicely. Now, I will also mention that your milk is the way that you can control the firmness of this frosting. So if you want it slightly firmer, a little less milk. If you'd like it a little bit moister, add a little bit more milk. But just add about a teaspoon at a time because you don't want to put in too much and end up with a wet, sloppy frosting. We hope you've enjoyed this great tutorial. It's fantastic to go with our red velvet cupcakes, also on our channel. If you love what we're doing, please make sure that you subscribe. We upload 3 times a week. We'd love to have you stop by the channel and see what's new in the world of cupcake and cake decorating. Thanks very much for watching.